MarioDickensCreations.com, the leader in customizable memorial printing and graphic presentation. With over 24 years of experience working with families, honoring their loved ones, creating industry trends, they offer all styles of obituaries from standard to custom with exquisite paper upgrades available. MarioDickensCreations.com offers grand memorial presentation displays such as adult life-size cutout, backdrops, casket panels, retractable banner stands, poster boards, floor mat, banners, bookmarks, buttons, masks, and shirts, fully customizable. They also now offer urns, woven blankets, casket decal, and fully printed casket wrap. Everything you need to showcase your loved one's legacy. 24-hour rush upgrades available. On time, professional, and convenient. Go to MarioDickensCreations.com, click on Memorial Service, and get started.
I've been sipping on ricotta, gon' pop me a bottle, pour me up a drink. Yeah, she been sipping on ricotta, gon' pour her a bottle, pour her up a drink, pour us up a drink. A ricotta, we gon' have a drink of ricotta. Everybody drinking ricotta. Get you some ricotta. Oh, I've been sipping on ricotta. I've been sipping on ricotta. I've been sipping on ricotta. look like a boss.
End of that feel.
Appreciate that. Definitely. Gonna make
Yeah, black excellence. I am excellently black with intelligence. I am heaven sent.
You are now tuned in to the Slick Talk with Scales podcast.
Check. All right, we got volume now?
We got volume now?
Yeah.
Okay. We live, we lit, we here. This is episode 141 of the Slick Talk with Scales podcast. I appreciate everybody tuning in right now. I know y'all probably doubling between us and the verses. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody on Facebook. Please share this shit. If you can hear me, put a thumbs up. Hit the heart button for me on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Robin. Appreciate you, Robin, tapping in from North Carolina.
And Stephanie.
You know what I mean? Stephanie, we appreciate you. My dog, L. Benford, you know what I'm saying? He was the 500 subscriber. Shout out L. Benford, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm on my race to 1,000. So on my YouTube right now, we had like
787.
We had 787 on YouTube right now. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to get to 1,000. You feel me? So hit that like, subscribe. You know what I mean? Please hit that subscribe button on my YouTube page. Please. Slick Talk with Scales Podcast TV is the name of the channel. Please smash that button. When we get to 1,000, I'm going to have a package so dope for y'all. Blackout got some concerts coming up. You know what I mean? So I'm going to have some concert tickets in the package. Slick Talk with Scales glasses, bottles from Ricardo Moore, Blackout chain and shit. So we got some shit for y'all. Once I get to that 1,000, though. If I get to that 1,000, we can make some, you know what I mean? We can start making some money moves.
If you were previously subscribed, please do not unsubscribe and resubscribe trying to catch the 1,000.
Don't do that. I'm gonna have
we can't see it.
We gonna throw a subscriber party once I get to that 1,000, but let me get to that 1,000 first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Told y'all that's when we can start making some money and I can start doing something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said, man, this is episode 141 of the Slick Talk with Scales podcast, Battle of the Goats. We here on this Thursday night because we got the Battle of the Goats coming up this weekend, powered by Ricardo Amore. Steve-O is back with another one of these harebrained events that this dude be coming up with to get the city lit. And he got another dope one for us, man. He gave us Reggie and Tweezy last summer, and he back again to kick off this summer with Baby Drew versus Cuckoo Cow versus the DRE. So without further ado, we're going to bring on our motherfucking guest. Baby Drew in the building with us, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
What's up? Slide in there, slide in between me and
Okay.
the Dom. The boss man.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
Godfather of the grind in the building with us. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? Dr. Grind. Yes, sir.
What's going
Yes,
on?
sir, in the building. So like I said, man, coming up this weekend, man, they got the Battle of the Goats going on at Kiss Ultra Lounge, starting at 8 p.m. It's the battle for the city, they saying, but I just think it's the city we won anyway. We get all three of these. Yeah, that's you. Go ahead.
Right,
we get all three of these niggas on one platform in one building at one time.
Amazing.
We won. I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm biased with who I'm picking, but I feel like the city won. You know what I'm saying? Regardless, all the way around the board, man. You know what I mean?
What it cost to get in that joint?
I think it's starting out at 20.
At 20?
Yeah, I think it's starting at 20.
Man, listen.
I think it's starting.
Let me tell you something. If you have not been privileged enough to see Baby Drew in concert,
it's lit.
Please,
it's lit.
Spend the $20 to go see this. When you did Hip Hop Week
at Mr.
J's, oh my God!
Yeah, that was.
I think every musician, producer, engineer, rapper in the house, we caught the Holy Ghost.
Yep, and shout out Gail, who did a good job hosting that. And cigarette break.
Yes, sir.
One time for your mind, man.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate it. Shout out Khalif Rainey for putting that together. You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
That was one of the dopest shits I ever been to in
just
my life.
carrying the whole Mr. J's
for real.
And your music is like made for a live band. Like you just it just go together so good.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just came and you did your thing. You did Baby Drew things. Things as the kids say.
Yeah, it seemed like to me sometimes it seemed like it's like kind of like it's complicated for me. I ain't gonna say it's complicated, but I enjoy making music better when I get some instruments over the production. You know what I'm saying?
I like live band too.
I need instruments included in my production when I rap because it give me the choice to wonder what feeling I want to have when I'm
absolutely.
I don't just rapping over just drums. I think that's mostly for freestyling and stuff like that. But I really, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I want to have some kind of content, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I always tell y'all, I've been telling Scales for the last couple of years is that I think you were ahead of your time. Because I think if you were rapping right now, if you was a young nigga like rapping right now, oh my God. You'd be the biggest artist in the country.
Right.
Because you fit. You know what I mean? Like I feel like what you was doing back then was where they got to, where they got to, and so you like an inspiration for not just me and Scales generation, but the generation underneath us. They all look at you and they go, "Oh man, Drew, that nigga." You know what I'm saying? But we always ask questions at the end of the show. We got a game we play, a drinking game, and we always go Cuckoo or Drew. And I think one time we've had a guest say Cuckoo. Two times. And it's not even the fact that that Cuckoo Cuckoo not where you at, that like he not as dope as you. It's just the fact that you were so different. I think that people like gravitated towards Drew and that flow and that. Oh my!
Make no mistake about it. He is a huge force when it comes down to being a pioneer and
absolutely
and a pave maker for this whole entire scene.
Facts.
And then like a lot of times, I always just wonder like why like a lot of artists and stuff like that I remember listening to before I even became like recording. I was always rapper. Like I was like the boot camp, like they call it Taste MCs now.
Yeah.
Then we got like I think Top Dog and Ice Moan and Reality and E-Play. So when I can go on and on, 7-4 niggas, all that, I can go on and on and on with a lot of the rappers that I guess I could say remain unsung that you really I'm gonna even say Tina Moore. She was an R&B artist here, but you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
She was
made it to be, you know what I mean? Her videos on BET and all that.
Yeah, like Tommy Gunn and them, like
my
that.
daddy, yeah.
The skills, of course, nobody forgets. I said unsung.
Not.
He in a whole different category, a whole different breed of animal right there.
For sure.
But when you talk about it, and then when you talk about it, so I like to pay homage and respect to, you know, to everybody, because each and every branch, you know what I'm saying, it took to make the tree, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I just want to say thank you to everybody, you know what I'm saying, even if they mentioned or not, or sometimes we may forget some of those people that, you know what I'm saying, you know, had a lot to do with big responsibility when it came down to this scene. So I just want to say that. Like, I'm not the only, you know what I'm saying, I ain't the only rapper, I ain't the only boss-hall rapper from here, but
right.
I mean, in order to be a person that teaches the past, you gotta understand what's going on in the present also. And you made a statement saying, if I was a rapper now, I would be able to say, if I was a rapper now and I had the state of mind I had now, I probably would not want to be a rapper. I mean, not saying one wouldn't want to be a rapper, but the scene itself, it really challenges my, what you talking about?
It still keep you motivated.
Yeah, but it challenges my, what I want to say is, it makes me think twice about going to certain rap venues or doing certain things or being around certain artists, because they, as far as the culture goes, it brings a lot of like, I want to say, with lack of a better word, sometimes it just brings danger to the whole situation. Like, these rappers really into it, so you really get real live gunfire and ammunition going on sometimes. So I like to stay in my, I want to stay in my era, in my bracket with the more mature. You know what I'm saying?
I call it adult contemporary trap rap.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like adult contemporary R&B. Because the adult contemporary, you know, Tank was on Drink Champs the other night, and that's what he was explaining what adult contemporary R&B was, because Nori asked him, he said, we not making no songs about humping you at the playground.
Right.
Like, I'm going home rubbing the lady feet on the song and pouring her, making her bath water and shit. That's what adult contemporary.
At least
so even when we talk in the streets as adult contemporary trap artists, we giving you the other side of the game. I'm not telling you that I just served Antoine on 19th and I shot Buddy on 21st. Right. No, I'm telling you that fam them caught the case. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, because we was doing that shit, bro home, woo, we trying to do some other shit. Now we trying to buy cribs and start record labels and do other shit now, because we don't want to do that. So that's and podcast. So that's the difference. Kind of like, you know what I mean, in the culture of where we at to where it's at. I wanted to ask you, like, today they was using Young Thug and them lyrics against them in the court today. Yeah. So I was trying to imagine, you know, we come from an era where our shit was more coded. Like, if they took imagine if they took a Baby Drew verse in the courtroom right now and tried to indict Baby Drew off them lyrics. Fam, it would be impossible, because if you wasn't of it, you don't even know what the fuck he talking about. Right. It's completely over your head. You just like the beat. Right. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's another thing I was gonna say is they just keep it too real. That's why they're able to use that in court against them now, because you actually can go on somebody's song and then they actually act out that they rapped on their song, because all of a sudden, it ain't entertainment no more. It's real. They want to really document what they're doing on the beat, and which is, I want to say, is redundant, it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? If actors really got shot on movies, then they wouldn't be able to act in another movie. So I want everybody to know that it's all entertainment and it's all role playing.
But Robert said they definitely wouldn't know what he's talking about. No, they wouldn't. It was coded. You had to be of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a country boy affiliate. You know what I'm saying? Them niggas, when I was a sophomore in high school, them niggas was running my high school. They was Drew them was seniors at Mesmer. You know what I'm saying? When I first got there. And the country boy clique ran that motherfucker. This before I heard the music or anything. Then the next thing I knew, here come the music. And the music fire. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, 30 years ago. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
And we still can change our dialogue and our language all the time. We can recode it anytime we get ready.
Right. So when did that change happen now? When did
I think the internet. The internet did.
As soon as the internet came,
the internet did.
The internet did.
Man, listen.
Tell everybody to link up.
Man, listen. This machine is a clout monster.
The whole thing about gangster rap, right? And Drew can attest to this because he's one of the founders of the shit, especially on our scene wise. As far as gangster rap go, it was for you to make music for the gangsters, entertainment for the gangsters. Yeah. Right. So the gangsters didn't really care if you was really of it, because they was like, it'd be impossible for you to be a rapper, nigga, and be doing what I'm doing every day. But you around somebody who doing what I'm doing, nigga, because I know the language that you talking. Once it became so blanketed the way it is now, and it's just, I did this yesterday and I shot Buddy last night, that made it appealing to white America, where they could really tap into it. When it was coded, they still, like I said, all they could do was jam to the Baby Drew because they didn't really know what he was talking about. Now you bring it to today, they understand everything these artists are saying on these songs now, even if they're not from O Block with Dirk now. But they understand everything Dirk's saying on the song. You see what I'm saying?
It's more relatable.
And I think once Tupac got shot, and he said, "I got shot," and he really did get shot in real life, people didn't understand. Okay, he's not saying this. He's not saying this for the sake of making a song right now. He also an activist. He also is a writer. He also is a poet. He also is an actor. So when he was going through these things over his song, every song he made wasn't about what happened to him for real.
Nah.
A lot of shit he was making, he was just talking shit. But when he got passionate about it and he was so mad about some things that happened to him, he did come out and say what really, really happened sometime on the song. So that's when niggas started being like, yeah, you know what? Matter of fact, I got shot too. Matter of fact, I went to jail too. Matter of fact, okay.
Tupac the realest. There's some niggas who say Tupac the realest just because of that shit.
Right,
After that shit.
But Tupac also was an actor who did love scenes. He also played the police. He also did, you know what I'm saying? So so you got to take what they want to take from certain things and then do the proper thing. But then you don't realize till you wake up, not waking up, or either, you know what I'm saying, can't use your limbs and stuff like that. Like, maybe I should have been talking about something else. Or maybe I should have been talking about the outcome from the income. Because you have to add that.
Gotta have an outcome from the income. Long as the outcome is income, right? Ain't that what I say all the time, Don? Long as I don't give a fuck what's going on. Long as the outcome is income. Because all that other shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? So, like I was saying about the gangster rap shit. So, gangster movies in the 90s, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood. We had NWA, the Ghetto Boys. We had all this shit we was going on. Even UGK and Ball and them that's battling tonight is a part of what I'm talking about. I say that to go off of my daddy. Where I get that game from is my father, who taught me that that's what the 70s was about. Yeah, everybody was pimping. So niggas was Curtis Mayfield, him, Johnny Taylor. Everybody had to switch over to the pimp shit because you selling music to the pimps. They got the money. They hoes is who telling who what's popping out here. You get what I'm saying?
And they was big on the drug culture.
And they was big on the drug culture.
Superfly
and all that. You get what I'm saying?
Cloud9 and Temptations, all that. A lot of people were talking about, but they wasn't literally outright. They weren't outright flat out saying it. They had codes too that they used. It was cold. Got to feel mellow now. And let me get, you know what I'm saying, and Funky Town, all that stuff. You had to really
feel good and all that shit.
They weren't just saying, I got a pack to go sell this, that, and other. They were just talking about feeling okay, trying to get away from the depression and to get away from. And you got to
think about what black people, and that's even right now. Like a lot of this shit, our music dictates the plight of what our people is going through. You know what I'm saying? So in every generation, it's a different type of struggle for us. You know what I mean? When you look in the 80s. Scarface was big to the hood because we all niggas started really selling dope in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? So Scarface the movie became like the blueprint because it was an image. He wasn't even black, but it was the struggle of a nigga with nothing coming from nothing and becoming Sosa.
He wasn't even Cuban.
He wasn't even Cuban.
He was Italian family.
He
did a great
job.
Played the fuck out of it. You know how I feel about the movie, and I feel like Pacino saved the movie. You know what I'm saying? He saved that movie. But it all goes, like I said, even in the 90s, it was Boys in the Hood, it was Menace to Society, South Central, all these Juice, all these movies that represented what niggas was really on at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's when the dope just they started wearing just t-shirts. Yeah. That's what now you don't gotta look slick no more. Now you just on a t-shirt. That's when all them movies did. Because it was in California. So you know what I'm saying? They just doing
they can't get dressed up.
No, you're right, because the New York drug dealer.
Hell no. Suits, Dookie Ropes.
Think about it, Nino Brown. He was fresh as a bitch.
Yeah,
every day. Even around the crib, he had the Versace robe on when he poured the shit on the bitch. Yeah, Frank Lucas going back to the
East Coast rapper, the East Coast street guy was period. Was a clean shot.
Because it was Dapper Dan who had they whole shit came from Dan.
And he can walk onto any platform and walk into any room and sit down with anybody. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? But this type of way, you say, oh, you can't get in with that stuff. Yeah. And you can have all the money in the world. You can have $1 million in your pocket, but if they don't want you in there, based on even if it's right or wrong, based on how you look, it looks like it may be some trouble bullshit coming with you. But you're not even trying to pretend like you're not even trying to act like you're a good guy. You just coming in here, you know what I'm saying? Like shit, I'm ready for whatever. Right. Yeah. But I do have some money though. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, you know what I'm saying? It's not acceptable. I mean, it is in some rooms.
In some rooms,
not in the ones you want.
Not in the ones you want to be in. No, you're right. You know that Rock Nation brunch Jay-Z have every year. Niggas ain't wearing t-shirts and tennis shoes
no.
and that. You got to put a suit on.
Better
Come
put
up
a
in there
suit
and
on.
talk to Hov. You want
Right.
to talk some business with Hov today? You better put a suit jacket on, boss.
Mhm.
Come in here and talk to Hov. Clean up, nigga. And come in here and talk to Hov and Gotti and T.I. and all these niggas that's here.
Or tuxedo.
Yeah, or it's tuxedo too. Yeah.
They different.
Yeah, but that's how it go. You're right. Any young niggas called you for any features lately?
Lately, I'm gonna say depending on what lady. I'm gonna say yeah.
Yeah.
But you talking about within the past month or so.
So no, you
Yeah.
because you've been on a run for like the last 2 or 3 years. I've been seeing they've been tapping in with you.
Yeah, yep. And I'm thankful and grateful for that.
So longevity is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that they even feel like that they need my artwork on their artwork. I feel.
Man, listen,
It's
I
feel
but that's
that.
why I told you. That's why I told you. Like you were ahead of your time,
Mhm.
so you fit what they doing.
Yeah, right
You
now.
fit what they. You not only do you fit what they doing, but you still a goat.
Yeah.
And so they like, oh, Drew on this might be fire.
Mhm.
And then you come in there and you give them that fire,
Yeah.
and they lose their mind. Like
Yeah.
that. Like these guys, they know who you are. They love you.
Or sometimes maybe because I don't know what it is, but maybe because we like to put some variety. Maybe because I put variety to it, make it a little bit different from what they are doing.
What they are doing
Mhm.
and what they hearing, because a lot of them all rap the same and shit. So then when you
Yeah.
come with that different flavor, it's a different flavor on it.
And a lot of them like learning. A lot of them want to hear. Some of them don't think that my lingo is from back then.
No,
right.
To them, it's new.
New,
To them,
yeah.
it's like, oh, what you talking about? And then I can explain to them what I'm talking about, and then they can include that into, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then that way we can all coexist and we understand each other. That's one part
Bridging the
about
gap.
that's one thing. Yeah, bridging the gap. That's one thing that we can do as you know what I'm saying as a culture is understand each other. It don't have to be old school against nephew. It could be nephew learn from old school.
That's
Too.
how it's
You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with holding the door for somebody. Ain't nothing wrong with excuse me, thank you, and please. You know what I'm saying? And things like that. You don't have to actually get on my bumper and all that to pass me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Put the brake on and go around. Like you don't have to be all that. Everything don't have to be so aggressive. So when you don't,
Yeah,
but we don't,
of course.
but we don't react. When we don't react and engage, you know what I'm saying? To certain things, because I can easily be like, "What's wrong with you, young nigga?" or something like that.
Yeah.
But I could teach the dude that's spectating, the dude that feel like, you know what? It takes a lot bigger. It takes a bigger and more courage to be like, you know what? We don't have to get into that. If I did anything, you know what I'm saying? It's not cowering or anything like that, but it is avoiding. It's avoiding things. I mean, we stopping more people from getting hurt because a lot of times when there's conflict, a lot of the people that I see that's you know what I'm saying affected by it is probably a female or a young child or something like that. When a lot of people when things happen in the ghetto these days or between us, I see a lot of innocent people getting hurt more so than I do the people that's actually involved. So I think a lot of things that can be, you know what I'm saying, just eliminated. We don't have to. We can teach that, but some people just can't be taught, and they do need to be like chastised.
So 3 years ago when we did this show with Mr. J's, you brought out your son.
Yes, I did.
So what are you doing? He's still at it? What are you on?
Yeah, see, he's in transition. He's in transition from, you know what I'm saying, from a boy to a man, you know what I'm saying, which is he's very talented, you know what I'm saying, he's very ambitious. And if at 23, 24 years old, we don't know what we're gonna do or what we're gonna be at. So what he's on is he's figuring it out.
Okay.
And you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of him. He's not a bad guy. He's not always a good guy. He's my son, so
he got it in him. Right. He got it in him.
He didn't sing some of it all. So he really be caught up between, like, you know what I'm saying, like me. We went to Madison High School, but shit, we from the street also. So we know right from wrong, but damn, we didn't do a count. Yeah. Sometimes we can't use our knowing right from wrong in this room right here. We just gotta go with the bullshit we know. Right. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we gotta know when we gotta, you know what I'm saying, put our manners into activation, because we was raised right. And when we go places, we all gotta understand we represent our parents. We represent, like, he represent Miss Mitchell, he represent Mr. Skill, I represent my aunt, you know what I'm saying? Like, they was all activists and well-known people and pillars in the community. So when we go out here and we go in certain places, you know what I'm saying, like my uncle said, he got a barbershop called Sid's. Man, he been there since the 80s. A lot of people know him. You know what I'm saying? So everywhere I went, sometimes when I go places, I'm like, damn, I'm in this room. Like, okay, so I gotta show that I do know better than what I'm. You know what I'm saying? Know better than what I'm acting like. Sometimes you got to be around when you be around some people, you got to be like, so these niggas, I know how to fuck with them. I know how to get out and do this shit too.
Right.
Whatever the fuck y'all talking about, you know what I'm saying? I ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? We always got a go button, but sometimes, you know what I'm saying, we got a grow button too.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I just put
It
out,
don't stop.
Shout out.
It don't stop. I see you shaking your head.
No,
it
it
just don't
dropped
stop.
Shout out Mecca Mala checking in. Shout out Dooch from Every Day. They both said legend. They shouting out to you. They said shout out to the legend.
Respect. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Steve-O was the one who told me to ask you about your son. Robin said, Drew being so humble and nice. This is not baby Drew. This is Andrew Green.
Right.
Yeah, she know both sides. She know both kids.
I gotta say baby Drew for versus night.
Yeah, I gotta say baby Drew for Saturday. Now speaking of that, you know what I'm saying? How we coming on Saturday? We at niggas' throats, or we keeping it friendly?
I'm doing it all in sport, man. I'm doing it all in sport. It is. I mean, we'll call it more like exhibition, and then it's a rematch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to see two champions get in the ring again and again if they have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the whole thing is about. I mean, we can take votes, but the whole thing is about just like you said, just the town coming together.
It's the culture
and watching,
for me.
and just watching Milwaukee do their thing. Because guess what? I want to see the crowd. The crowd want to see me. My energy comes from the crowd, so I want to see Milwaukee, and Milwaukee want to see me. So you know what I'm saying?
I just think about like, use a tramp, use a bitch, use a punk hoe.
DRE.
You know what I'm saying? DRE. Where's the P? Like, Where's the P is one of the first rap songs I ever learned.
That's the first song I ever was when I ever was printed on the CD. When my voice was ever put on an actual CD, it was on DRE. Where's the P?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. It was got what was the name of that DRE? On the Solo Creek.
On the Solo Creek.
And Where's the P is actually a remix.
Facts.
To the song The Drought. Where's the P is the
The Drought is the one.
And that's the very first.
The Drought is what set DRE off. That's
Yeah.
what got him popping in the streets. I remember niggas. Shout out Moan too. Ice Moan was doing this thing back then. That's before Moan was making booty rap. Moan used to be a street rapper.
Oh yeah.
Niggas don't know that. Moan had the AMG Benz on the cover of the album. Boy,
Yeah, that video. You better think twice. He's putting beams and shit all that. Yeah.
So look, she said, man, that was the cut. He said, damn, I wish I was in town. I'll be right in front.
Who did
Oh,
that?
dude, you out of town?
Yeah.
Dude, you down. When going live, I need to see this. Who going live? I need to see this. It's this Saturday. Jessica is at Kiss. I'm sure Steve-O gonna have some type of stream for y'all to check it out. Steve-O is the hustler of all hustlers. That nigga gonna have a stream because he had a stream for Reggie and Tweezy. So I know he gonna have a stream for this. So you know I'll be posting it and sharing it. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go, so I'll probably go live from my phone too.
Right.
But I'll be in the building. Y'all know I'm biased. Like I said, man, this nigga go way back, but dudes can attest to this, man. It was a time we was in traffic. All shout out to Drew. All shout out to Cal. Shout out to the DRE. But it was a time period when we was in traffic for about 2.5, 3 years. And the soundtrack to our life was them baby Drew niggas. That Country Boy Click, that Eye to Eye record shit, man, for about 3.5 years, that shit had us in a trance, man. I took your shit to Atlanta, boss. I lived in a quad while I was in college going to Morris Brown.
Right.
I lived in a quad, y'all. I just put the powder out. So I left Milwaukee. Powder fucking Milwaukee up when I'm leaving. You know, it's the hottest shit in the street. I'm working at this man. I told you these niggas never came and picked their consignment up. You know, we used to sell your shit and hold your money. You know, motherfuckers, Ice Mall, other people used to come. These niggas sold so many records and you was so busy. I was calling these niggas every day. My boss used to have it on the board like Harvey. Call Eye to Eye. Call Porgy at Eye to Eye. Call Porgy at Eye to Eye. Underline. I call this man every day. They never. I worked there until it went out of business. Now it's Zaza's or whatever. Right there on Fond du Lac. It used to be this man back in the day. And these niggas had tapes and CDs. We sold out of everything. I'm talking about people used to come in there every day. You got that baby Drew? I'm talking about I'd never seen nothing like this.
We was in traffic for real.
Yeah, man, y'all was on the road. Y'all was going,
yeah.
Hell yeah, coming to pick up. That's how hard they was working. They was forgetting to come pick up their money, my nigga. I was calling the voicemail full. I'm calling every day. Porgy never answered the phone. When I seen him, I told him this. He couldn't do nothing but laugh. And he said, you know how I know you ain't lying? Because he said, there's plenty of consignment money I never went and picked up. He said, there's plenty of motherfuckers just went home or the bank just kept our money because I never went and got the shit. That's how hot that shit was selling and how booked they was and how busy them niggas was. Yep. But look, he said powder and we there. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Like that shit was the soundtrack to our lives, man. Wide body rides, nigga. Is you serious? I'm talking about 27 times in a row, boss. Cuz just got the car painted with the rims on it. We playing this shit all day.
So speaking of,
and he put the subs in.
Speaking of wide body rides, Doc, I record mixes for Doc B. So Doc throws the Curtis Mayfield that the sample comes from. right? That it's a whole pimp mix, right? We finished the mix. Doc listened back to it. He like, I gotta throw the wide body rides on there. I'm like, you fucking right. You fucking right. He threw the wide body rides in the middle of the motherfucking Curtis Mayfield sample and then sliced it and put it that, man. That shit is fire. It's still fire.
Yeah, like it's timeless music. It's like what Drew said at the performance. He said, "You want to know why y'all out there sweating with me and rapping every word of this shit?" We said, "Why, Drew?" He said, "Cause y'all paid $17.99 for this shit. It didn't get on." He said, "It didn't come to your phone when I put it out. You had to get it in your car, drive to the store, and spend your hard-earned money for this shit. That's why it lasts with you like this."
Yeah, you can put it. You put it, the book
Look
out.
out, all that. Yeah, rip the plastic. It was a whole ritual.
It was a whole thing.
It was a whole thing. It's just like shoes. When you get your shoes, it's the same thing, Ross. They took that away from us, man. You know what I'm saying? Like my daughter, she don't even understand that. You know what I mean? Yeah, that was a thing for me. To go to the register, get them to take the thing that buzzed when you walked out the store off the CD, for me to get in the car, unwrap it, go to the liner notes, like, oh, okay, that's dog real name.
Yeah, because
okay, that's Derek Note real name. You know what I'm saying? I'm that intricate. They recorded this shit where?
Yeah,
Big Hank mixed and mastered where? What they did? Oh, Pat.
The Independence was just cutting up so bad with that money, and they was taking money out of them other people's pocket. Like, man, they ain't giving you nothing. We keeping on, man. We keeping this. We keeping that. So they was like, you know what? We taking all that shit away. Here goes CD burner to everybody. Take CD burners and y'all, and that's what started the whole thing about duplicating people's shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? First they was making bootleg tape. Then once the CD burner came out, everybody started. The hustle had to get more.
Oh yeah, bootleggers had the Baby Drew. You was in everybody folder. You was in the Red Book. You was in everybody who sold some bootleg. You get that Drew.
The CD and DVD man, like I got that.
He got the whole catalog of Drew too.
And I would tell him and I would tell someone like, "Who dude over there got your CD?" And I would tell him that was okay. Yeah. If I could do something to help his family,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that.
Look, Steve-O said he wanted to get his money again and got mine up front. Look, again, we know you, Steve-O. We already know what you're doing. She said, "I'm still playing it. I bought it on Apple Music." Okay, Jessica, that's what I'm talking about. Dude said this nigga got a song with Pimp C. Right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
Right. Hand Around the Cradle. Yeah.
Hand Around the
20
Cradle.
inches and 4 nickels.
Yeah.
Yep. That's the name of it. 20 inches and 4
I ain't gonna lie, my favorite
nickels.
industry feature with y'all.
The fans wouldn't even know what he was talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. My favorite industry feature with y'all is the song that would get a nigga indicted, man. Be legit. Oh, I'll meet you in Mississippi in 4 days. Oh, it's going down.
Never know who watching.
These niggas, man. These niggas got down on that 4 minutes right there, man.
You never know who watching when it's hogs in the house.
Oh, man.
And that go for right now. You never know who watching, but we know who watching.
We know who watching now.
Yeah.
Everything is surveillance now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, that's that era. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I think back to that. That's a time period, man. Like real, like we was outside when the powder was out. Mm-hmm. I was going to the club, like that was our soundtrack, boss. I remember that, and like I was saying, like I meant to say, and I got derailed because I got to thinking about memories. When I took your shit to Atlanta, so I'm the only Milwaukee nigga in my quad. It's 6 of us in there, right? 5 of these motherfuckers from New York. 1 nigga from upstate, he from Mount Vernon. Another nigga from Yonkers, where DMX from. The other 3 niggas, they from Harlem and Manhattan. You know, that's one thing pretty much. Harlem and Manhattan and the Bronx. That's all one thing. So they really all from the same neighborhood. I'm the only nigga that ain't from New York in our shit. There's other niggas in our dorm that ain't from New York.
Making a college story sound like a prison story.
Yeah, but that's how it is. But that's damn near how the culture is.
Yeah. Down there, I heard it.
Yeah, that's good nigga jail. That's kind of how the culture is. Straight up. That's kind of how the culture is, though, bro. Like we all fiending for each other. We feeding for each other. Yeah, feeding each other. Let me use your card. You got some money so I can call my mama. Like that same shit as jail, boss. Like damn near. Except we got hoes in our shit. That's the only difference. You know what I'm saying? We got hoes on that. But the thing is, this is the thing. Like when I was there, this is the time when the DJ Clue mixtapes was out. All of that shit, you know what I mean? So they in the room, they dominating the radio. So I remember one day, fam, I come in there one morning, I'm up, nigga. Smoking and shit, fucking with my books, I'm up. I put the Drew on. Now I'm usually playing Mace, because I'm an East Coast ass nigga at this time too, so I'm playing all that same shit they usually playing. But I'm DJ this morning. I put the powder on. Man, I remember my nigga Corey. Shout out my nigga Corey from the Bronx. That nigga came out his room yawning. I said, man, what the fuck is this? So I got offended at first. Like, nigga, this some Milwaukee shit. Bro, he said, son. You know how New York niggas talk? He said, son. Yo, son. He said, yo, son. I wasn't disrespecting you at all, B. This shit hard. He like, man, what the fuck is this? These niggas from Milwaukee? Like, I thought you was finna say these niggas was from Houston or Rap-A-Lot niggas or something. I'm like, no, these niggas. I said, I went to high school with this nigga, boss. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, start that shit over. He said right next to me, roll up. Everybody get to coming out their room now. Now I go to class, boss. I come back, it's about 6:30 that night. I've been out all day. Everybody back in the room. We back on our regular shit, smoking, niggas rolling up. We back at the room. We done ate in the cab. We come back. Nigga, I get back to the room. They there before me. Drew playing. When I get back, they playing the shit. A room full of New York niggas. First day I introduced them to the album. Now they got powder on and shit. When I come back to the room, Wide Body Rides on and shit when I walk in. Hell no. You know what I'm saying? They don't know this man from a can of paint, bro. They ain't seen a music video, nothing. They just heard the music. My nigga, that was it.
I grew up off of New York rappers and BDP and Big Daddy Kane and all of that. And I grew up off of I grew up off of all the hip. Like I didn't have a preference. You know what I'm saying? I just like to hear niggas talk.
No, I remember the rap debates at Mesmer. Remember we used to. That's why it's crazy that I podcast now and I do this because I used to argue with these niggas about rap back in the day. And Drew used to always be on that shit. He like, no, I like. Drew used to always be like, man, no, I like all them niggas, dog. You know what I'm saying? He like, no, don't get it confused. We Scarface is a motherfucker right now around this bitch. But he like, no, I fuck with Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One and all them niggas. He like, them niggas cold.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I fuck with you. Fuck with
real rappers love to hear another nigga talk.
It don't matter what, and it don't matter what slang, what language. Even with me, it don't matter what language or verbiage it's in. I like it. Whatever it's if it's slick, yeah, it can be from anywhere. Yeah, if it's slick, it can be from Africa, nigga. If it's slick,
man, come on.
Jamaica, I don't give a fuck where it's from. If it's slick, it's slick.
I ain't gonna hold you. The African niggas be getting their shit off.
Yeah, that's what I'm
They
saying.
get their shit off on that drill music. I don't know what the fuck they saying, but it sound great.
Robin said that's why he called. Yeah, his shit universal. I think that's why, you know, even when you did the record with Pops back in the day, I think that was his thing that he loved about Drew, is that his sound wasn't, you couldn't put a finger on where he was from. Like, when Pops would play his shit in Cali and New York, for other motherfuckers, they always be like, where he from? You know what I'm saying? You couldn't put a finger on where he was from. And I thought that's what made him dope. You know what I'm saying? His voice, his tone. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers thought you was a big fat nigga. My roommates thought you was a big fat nigga until I showed you them and shit. They like,
they'd be like, they thought I was, they say I thought you was a big dude with braids. That's it. How my voice, what my voice got to do with how much hair I got? Hey, but
they said a big dude with braids. We thought you had neck braids.
Next time you're out with your friends and you're partying, have some tequila and Ricardo more, that is. And they come in all kind of varieties. Too, that is. And Midnight Love.
Yeah, we got the cognac over there, the McCarty here.
We do have the McCarty here. And
we got all that shit.
We got it all.
Since we want to do a commercial, we got
it is time for the commercial break. So we definitely have to send a shout out to our sponsor.
Hey, we work for the same company, man. You know what I'm saying?
And this is what and this is where it all takes place. This is where the magic happens.
You know, this is what LeBron do when he see KD. This is what they do for Nike. You know what I'm saying? So when you endorsed by the same people, this is what you got to do. You know what I mean?
Coming soon, the bottled water.
The bottled water on the way.
All right, thanks a lot, everybody. And like I said, drink like a boss.
Drink like a boss. You hear me though? Yes, sir. Shout out Steve-O.
Shout out Steve-O. Love
and we're gonna put you in one of the movies yet, man.
Oh yes, I definitely am in one of the movies.
Oh shit!
You can see me you could definitely see me in the latest feature film by It's Just Love's It's Just Money.
It's Just Money.
Steve. It's called Trust Nobody.
You in Trust Nobody?
I am Trust Nobody, and I do have a movie following that up, which is gonna be a comedy. It's
called The Hole in the Wall.
So we definitely doing film.
What The Hole in the Wall about, man?
Man,
what you running a juke joint?
I'm definitely running a juke joint.
You running the sugar shack?
I'm definitely running the juke joint. So it's really gonna be like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a treat.
Let me tell you,
it's a comedy.
It's gonna be a treat.
Is Steve-O in this?
It's gonna be some
comedy. Is Steve-O? Is he active in the comedy?
We'll see.
I don't know.
Okay,
we'll see.
Because I will pay any amount of money to see Steve-O and Drew have a scene where they both talking fast as a motherfucker.
You can just you'll see that. You can see that.
Well, I know I can see that in real life.
You can see that this weekend.
But I'm saying acting. I'm saying acting in a role. Y'all both got characters, and them characters have a conversation, and in Steve-O talk?
Me and Steve-O talk really fast when it's time for me to get my money.
Oh yeah,
He talk real
I
fast,
bet.
and he get right out of that too.
bet.
Before I know it, he be
like, all right, baby, you know I'm gonna call you, but
I still be counting Steve-O being took out.
He said Kelly Kells and cheating ass Myron is in.
Yeah,
They're gonna be in the Hall of the Wall.
No,
Yeah,
Steve,
gonna be fun.
yeah, Steve-O, good guy, and you know what? He does a lot. Him and Swift. Now you can see Steve-O. He does have. Steve-O has he have an acting scene in Circumstances 3. You know what I'm saying? But like they doing a lot of things. Like there's a lot of guys around here that people don't talk about. They're doing a lot of things to employ a lot of people in Milwaukee and like get things going. Like they giving back. You know what I'm saying? And
shout out to Steve-O.
They not only they not only
Black Swift.
Yeah, they not only taking money out of the community, but they put it right back in as soon as they get it. And like Steve-O, he'll fly somewhere else and bring the money back home.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
He brought the Detroit people up here about a week ago, 2 weeks ago, and you know what I mean, made them break bread and fuck with the town for 3-4 days while they was here.
He'll go throw a concert somewhere else and bring the money back in, put the cats on. You know what I'm saying? And that's how it's supposed to be done. And he leading by example. Right. So we don't supposed to, you know what I'm saying, make no money here. And then like, oh, you know what? I'm finna go to that town. No, he'll jump on the flight and come back like, now y'all ready? You know what I'm saying? Go get the bike, you know what I'm saying, and all this type of stuff. So
Steve-O, one of them dudes where like he like it's money and it's money in artificial turf. Yeah. Right. Well, we selling artificial turf now.
Yeah.
Ricardo turf. He sell anything. He sell water to a well.
Yeah, they nice places to visit, but we wouldn't want to live there. We go there and get the money and come back home. You know what I'm saying? And fix our own house up. That's what goes on. So shout out to everybody and all the entrepreneurs and the promoters and everybody who keeping all the artists and stuff. Doing something that they, you know what I'm saying, they're keeping their craft going. You know what I'm saying? Especially because we got to keep these young guys out of trouble. Man. You know what I'm saying? So, and we keep them busy. You know, so let's keep them busy and keep being busy. You know, right?
Well, you don't want to see it do you, Pump?
I do.
It's my shit.
I was still playing that in my head.
That's my shit. You know what I mean? Like.
You don't want to see it.
You and Cal cut the fuck up on that song, dog. I remember because I was in like what's crazy is rest in peace, my nigga Pat. But I remember when we was doing Jabez Entertainment and JR Superstar shit had first jumped off, right? And I was out here running around. We was doing our shit. I was doing my shows. I was getting booked. And I remember everywhere I go, motherfuckers be like Cuckoo and Drew, Cuckoo and Drew, Cuckoo and Drew. It didn't matter where we was at. Cuckoo and Drew. After a while, I used to be like, oh my God, well, y'all stop. Like, damn, there's other people here who rap. Like, why y'all, these are the only motherfuckers that y'all talk about. But what's crazy is, and I'm sad to say Pat, because no, on some real shit. But what I'm saying that to say this, when Pat was alive and we had our little budget, I remember I used to be like, man, I want some features and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? He used to be like, all right, it's only 2 motherfuckers I'm paying though. This was Pat. I used to be like, who? Cuckoo and Drew. Period. I ain't paying another nigga a quarter to do nothing. You know, not around here. Swear to God, that's what he was on. Not around here. And he didn't want to pay no out of town niggas either, because in his head, that's who was popping. Because Pat we wasn't going out of town and traveling like that at that moment. So where he was at, his nigga Spoiled Riding was on Baby Drew shit. You see what I'm saying? He with Spoiled every day. Then when they going to the club, Baby Drew them performing and DJ playing they shit 6-7 times a night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So
Mr. Do It to Death may jump in the battle.
Oh, yikes. The pastor?
We might have a 4-way.
The pastor?
A fatal 4-way.
Battle Royal.
Battle Royal.
Yeah. The pastor?
Yeah, WrestleMania going on.
He gonna have to take
it's
his
a
cloth
Royal
off for
Rumble
for a couple of hours.
He don't mind for a second or two.
Yeah, for a minute.
He'll come up out of it, and then Do It to Death was really never. He never had to use a whole bunch of explicit content.
Yeah, no, he didn't.
To get his
title. Nigga rarely cursed.
No, he didn't. No, he never really had.
Wordsmith.
Yeah, he really never had to do a lot of cursing or dealing drugs like the DOC. Mm-hmm. Somebody that like you got a lot of people who can they just talented. Yeah. You know what they're talking about, and they don't have to use profanity or do nothing illegal. You just know they throwing down.
Fuck it, Steve-O. Put scales in it.
And that's one thing I was gonna say.
No, I ain't worried.
How could you be? Hey, but guess what skills is? Skills is the Howard Cosell of the whole shit. You know? And how could you have a name so slick like Scales and be born with it? You know what I'm saying? Most niggas they'll have that for a fake name.
Yeah. People be thinking it's a fake name when they don't know about Pops. A lot of people who don't know about my father, they think it's a fake name.
Yeah. The nigga wanted to call himself JR the Superstar for years.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
He was JR.
I know.
Because his name is JR.
When he came to me, I said, you're Harvey Scales Jr.
Scales. Yeah.
Big scale.
Why you not using your daddy?
Why
name?
you not using your daddy?
But that was a theme.
He
So
gave it to you for a reason.
That was a theme. I got to credit a few people for that. John Frost, he got the billboard that say Wu-Tang is for the people or whatever that everybody been sharing and shit. He sell real estate now, but he used to do my beats back in the day. And when I was JR the Superstar, he was like, man, why you just don't use your regular fucking name? And this was the era when like Kanye West and all these niggas using their real name was starting to come out. I come from the era where niggas had a nickname. You know what I'm saying?
Keith Murray and Eric Sermon,
and all that type of shit.
FYI, my son don't use my name either. His name is Hood. He go by the name Hood Rich Trevor. You know what I'm saying? Oh, sorry if I put that out there. He my son, but yeah,
right.
He don't use. I mean, he probably use on.
It's a thing. We try to build our own image out the gate. But one thing I'm gonna tell Hood Rich Trevor in hindsight. Your daddy name opened doors, boss. That's what I learned. Big doors, my nigga. They look at you totally different when the conversation changes, boss. When certain names get mentioned in certain rooms, like I started the show talking about the rooms.
I'd be baby Drew. I think the whole thing is for them to figure it out.
Baby Drew 2K.
I think the whole thing is for them to figure it out. Like, oh, I didn't know that. Like Emilio Estevez and Charlie Sheen. Like you don't know that, but you'll think Sheen is their name, but Estevez is
right. Real name.
You know what I'm saying? So something you want people to figure out. Like,
they be trying to tell him.
I mean, you know, he gotta learn it. You
know,
because I went through that. But
I like the independence in it. I like the fact that But yeah, we from Milwaukee. Everybody know your business. Everybody know you, right?
Any marketing genius gonna be like, you need
these. I mean, that's what they. So like Frost told me that. Don told me that. I can't even front. Like when I was around Rico Love, he even used to be like, bro, why you just don't use your real name? Like he like Scales. That's cold, bro. Like. I'm like,
hey, you was a gangster
rapper, but I just wasn't. I'm like, man, I'm JR the Superstar. It's my own name. I ain't trying to be like Pops now.
You
know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like Pops. And it was a nickname, though. It just wasn't my name. Like it was a nickname. I used it as a nickname.
I'm trying to be like Pops right now. I'm getting fucked up. My Pops, that is
10 motherfuckers years.
You know him. Y'all got fucked up together, niggas. What you talking about? Y'all, that nigga love groove, fam. That's how that motherfucking Disco Lady record got made. My daddy wasn't clearing a lot of samples for niggas like that at that time.
No, man, he made me mad. I did a show with Big Harvey Skills, man. He made me not want to do no more shows with right. I'm like, man, you done went and put on a suit. You put on like 4 different suits, man. I got on the same shit.
He the damn fucking wardrobe change.
Big Harvey was not fucking around. It ain't like we sat up there and did like a set 15 minutes per song. He had a suit for the song.
Every song.
Like, okay,
wow.
Man, let me get off stage with you because you making me seem like I am.
We got a legend in the comments.
Shout out Big Hank.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh yeah, shout out Big Hank.
Can I get my shit off? Of course. You know I'm a producer. But Hank. Hank, oh my God!
I mean, shit, we talking about Disco Lady. That's
my God, Hank, man, come on, man. Ain't no me.
Did the remix.
Ain't no me. If it ain't no Big Hank, if it ain't no Godzilla, you know Godzilla taught me, but Big Hank influenced me too.
Yeah.
Like that. Come on, man.
And Big Hank got a Disco Lady 2020 version that he about to surprise him with.
I heard it.
And
I heard it.
Yeah, well, you didn't hear the one. You didn't hear the version without. You didn't hear the version that I'm on. Guess what? I didn't write it.
Right.
But
I heard the beat.
Yeah, because he
heard
the beat. But the version, the actual version is, I'm like, man. He's like, man, what's taking you so long? I said, man, you know what? I really gotta. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I really gotta like not do too much on it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
And we gotta bring some magic into it.
Yeah.
And he already put the magic. He don't have no problem. Like,
man, come see me.
The beat already funk.
Come see me. I'll record.
So that's another tree we got to. He's like, man, don't rush. Take your time and do it. So that's another thing that.
Come see me. Come see me. I'll put the sauce on it.
Yeah. He definitely reached out to me for that, and I was honored by
that. We got to do it.
You got to do it. You got to do it the first time. You got to do it the first time with Hank, and you'd have did everything with Zilla. Please bless me with letting me record that song, please.
So yeah, who did the original Disco?
The original Disco Lady, man. I want to say it was Logo out of our record. Okay. It was the one that was on the We There album. Okay. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure, but I know it was on the We There album. I'm not sure who produced. I'm not sure who produced because then we had back then Jay Billa. We like 4 or 5 producers in the camp, like Showmac, Jay Billa, Logo, J Roll, me, Darren. I know I didn't do it. But
That wasn't me.
I know it was me.
But it was
So
songs.
for the remix, did you go recut verses or Hank just moved the vocals over to the track?
No, I recorded.
You
I
re-recorded
recorded them
them.
over. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild. Right?
Yeah, I re-recorded the vocals. I mean, you couldn't really tell because it was me. So
Yeah.
You know Hank a rapper now. Big
Yeah.
Hank a rapper now.
Big Hank the Genius.
Big Hank
That's his full name now. Big Hank the Genius.
Big Hank
the Genius.
That's what
Other than that, yeah, but
And he got some shit.
yeah.
And he got some shit. Like, it's not a joke.
He working.
Like, he working.
Hank always rap. Y'all just didn't know it.
Yeah,
a lot of
always
times
rap.
I'd be in the booth. He'd be like, wait a minute. Don't say that. Say this.
Mhm.
I'd be like, oh shit. And then I had to go back in and you know what I'm saying? He didn't co-wrote some songs with me that we did, a lot of projects that we did. I mean, nobody necessarily said that, but said he always wrote, he always helped with a lot of the, you know what I'm saying, the creativity part of it. So yeah, he always had a little bit of input put in on the vocal side.
Man, look,
So I'm not surprised.
It's to me it was two super producers growing up in Milwaukee. Like, you know, super producers like Timbaland, Dr. Dre, the motherfuckers that could give you from the beginning to the end, the whole thing.
Yeah.
Right? It was Hank and it was Zilla. And to see Hank transition into actually being the artist is like, well, like, wow, like, you know what I'm, you know what I mean? Like, I've been trying to do an album for the last year, and it's so hard.
But sometimes you them guys to team up too. Like you have Big Hank and Godzilla. They'll braid some shit up, boy. You really got some funk going on for yourself. Then they're doing it right now. Yeah.
They in there mad geniuses.
I've been in behind.
Yeah,
the
because
scenes.
sometimes one of them use the ears, sometimes one of them use the fingers. But them guys together, they're a super team. You got like a what you call it, like what you call it?
Dynasty.
Yeah, well, you got like I can't think the Dungeon Family type of family.
Situation.
Yeah, where you got like LA and reading them and shit like that, and
Big Hank, it's
Jimmy
never
Jam
too
and
late.
Terry Lewis and all that.
Our generation gonna be the generation that dispels that myth in hip hop. When we break the age limit on hip hop, we gotta break that stigma. Rock stars and pop stars get to perform until they 80, 90 years old. They die on stage. My daddy died performing. 80, you know what I mean? He didn't literally die, but I'm saying he did a show. He did a show at 83 years old, right before he died. You know what I'm saying? Still getting a bag at 83. Nobody went to the show like, oh, Harvey, old ass. No, they went and said, I'm going to see Harvey Skills, and took their kids and their whole goddamn family went. You get what I'm saying? So that we got to stop doing that in hip hop. Hip hop got to stop calling motherfuckers old or telling niggas they too old to be rapping and all that shit's stupid.
Oh no, because what you supposed to do when you start rap? What you don't rap? What you supposed to do?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, write movies and shit.
Yeah, but you can still rap.
And you can still rap.
Ice Cube still rapping.
You do your own soundtrack, right?
Shit, Ice Cube got the big three. He doing movies. He on TV and all that. And they still booking Ice Cube at the rave. He just did a whole album with Too Short and E40 and all them.
Yeah, you better believe it, and it's dope.
And it's dope.
Robert put me up on that shit.
Mount Rushmore dope.
And Snoop, man, them niggas cut up.
They snap.
In that exact order, but in that exact order, it's a great treat to hear that type of stuff, and it's a great treat to see that type of thing going on because it made me feel like, oh, you know what? I still can push play. I still can push play. Okay, bet, fuck it, let's ride.
I was thinking about your catalog. So how many albums do you got exactly?
I'm gonna say around somewhere roughly between 13 and 14, counting the mix CDs and the singles and stuff like that. Somewhere around there.
Damn.
What
albums? I got 6 in my career, and I'll be amazed at that. You got 14.
Yeah, starting out in 1998. Yeah, between now because you're thinking that's 23 years.
Yeah,
I think that's 23 years ago. So yeah, I mean, about somewhere around that.
What influenced you to do a blues album?
That's where I'm from. Harvey Scales, my dad. You know what I'm saying? I'm from it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a 70.
Chicago.
I'm a 70. I was born in the 70s, so I grew up around the blues. I don't know if you want to say influenced me or either convinced me. Steve-O had a lot to do with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then the song Disco, it was like, and it felt good. You know what I mean? And then let's do something different. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do, I'm going to call it a soul rap.
It ain't on you were singing. It ain't on you were singing.
Exactly. Right. A little bit of soul rap because then sometimes we be with our family. You know what I'm saying? We be at picnics and stuff like that. Everybody don't want to hear me sell drugs and curse all the time.
Right.
Some people want to hear me be a dirty old man. You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with that. And come down to it when you say it ain't when they say it's never too old to do anything, because like you don't never see young presidents, you will never see a young general, you don't see young people, you don't see a young pope, no shit like that.
Yeah.
The people that's in charge of most things when it come down to it and having leadership roles are, I won't even say the elderly, but they're more experienced. You know what I'm saying? And it don't matter how old you are, you can be an old fool.
That's the whole. That's one of the things that's broke down in our community.
Because y'all don't have to do that shit. We did all that shit for y'all. We done tried all the alcohol and drugs, and we done tried the guns and stuff. So we can tell y'all what happened if you pick that shit up. So why even pick it up? You know what I'm saying? If you go outside with no coat on, you're gonna sneeze when you come back in the house. So don't do that. Why would you even try? You know what I'm saying? You seen me do it. So why the fuck would you? You know what I'm saying? Did I make it look good or something? Didn't you miss me when I was in jail? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Stuff like that. Or didn't you cry at the funeral when your guy died? So why would you, you know what I'm saying? Why would you pick these same things up? So ain't nobody trying to say like we know it all. I'm just saying I don't know it all, but I just know from experience. I'm like Forrest Gump. I'm not a smart man, but I know that ain't no good idea.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shout out to all the young guys who do pay attention and listen and learn by example, and you know what I'm saying, the leadership roles. Nobody is trying to tell y'all what to do, but just watch. And then you see what and then you make your own decision. Now, if you made your own decision, shouts out to you. Now, if you want to go crash into the tree now because you want to, now that's good. But don't just do it because you're curious of what's gonna happen. Yeah, if you fly out of control, you can't push restart. That's what I want all of them to know. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no restart.
And then you just affect so many people, and you affect the culture. So we might not want to be role models, but the responsibility is much larger than we think, because music is so powerful. It can calm a savage beast, and it also can create one. So I just want to know that.
Yeah, that's 100 right there.
A corporate. I don't know if y'all don't know, but corporate cuz is in the background, like soaking up all the game.
But that's how it is every time this nigga come sit down and chop it with us. It's always this type of conversation.
It's two people that got the isms like that. Like it's Drew and it's Rizzy. Like, but Rizzy like your son.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, like I said, we was raised by that. We was raised on that shit, bro. You know what I'm saying? We a product of Eye to Eye. That shit that they was doing over there, Country Boy Click shit. We a product of that shit. Right. Literally. Like I said, Sport was on the man's album. You know what I'm saying? Like
I did a good job. Now I'm on your show, man. I'm proud of you. Man.
You always tell me that, though.
I am. I'm always
if you see me performing anywhere or doing anything, you always tell me that.
You do everything.
It don't matter.
And I am proud of you. I'm genuinely proud of you.
Right. You've been telling me that for years, too.
Podcast host,
yes,
club host,
MC,
R&B Live,
R&B Live, male model.
I did not know that.
You ain't seen him.
He a mannequin.
Yeah.
He a mannequin. They put all the clothes on him.
Man.
They be like, hey, Scales, wear this.
Like, you a handsome devil. Come
right,
put this
come
on.
here. Put this on.
Man, I ain't mad at him for that. So, that's just like somebody wants your autograph, be proud. Somebody wants you to model their shit. Man, that's the shit.
Absolutely.
So who all a part of the verses? I know is Pimpin' Ken's a part of it, right? I know Homer Blow. I think because it's people working in each segment of y'all shit, right?
To my understanding, like I'm not absolutely sure. I think most of the music, most of the people like that's heavy into the music thing. I know Pimpin', like I said, Pimpin' Ken, but I believe Homer Blow. I think DJ Supreme is
Reggie
somewhere. Reggie Brown. Yeah, anybody who's somebody is and should be there as far as the music scene go and entertainment scene go. And anybody who's somebody should be in the crowd also.
Facts.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, that's what I'm waiting to see. I want to see the audience. I want to hear the audience.
I mean, y'all watching Ball and MJG and them, and we about to do the same thing in our city on Saturday.
Right. And you got a chance to be in the room.
Yeah, you get a chance to be there.
Like I said, the most exciting part of that about this whole event is going to be the party side of it.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to be the
it's so many bangers.
Memorial Day Thriller in the middle.
You know? That's what I be thinking about when I be watching these verses. Like I be kind of jealous of them people because I'm like, damn, they getting to hear like 2 hours of good ass music. Like it's 3 to 4 artists that's about to be up here playing their catalogs. Like that's hours of dope music right there. Legendary niggas. These ain't just no. You know what I mean? It's just like UGK and A-Ball and JG tonight. These ain't no poop butt niggas. These niggas is legends. They got catalogs. Like. They can go on all night if they want.
And some of it's gonna literally be dope music.
Literally. You know what I'm saying? Robin said she gonna be there in spirit. L said shit finna be lit. Yeah, L was outside with me. You know what I'm talking about, man. Yeah. L was with me when we was washing the car, you know what I'm saying? Cleaning that bitch out, getting in traffic, hooking the system up, getting in traffic. Elle was with me. We slapping Drew, my mama.
Commercial break. When I'm out with my friends and my guys, I don't want to drink like a staff member or employee. I want to drink like a boss. Ricardo Amor Tequila. Go get you some. Also available in the pints and half pints, I think. But,
if he ain't got them, he need to invest in them. On what? Look, so I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you.
I'm cutting that clip.
I got a question that I ask everybody on here, and I got to ask you because you give so much game. Love or loyalty? You can only pick one.
I'm gonna definitely say love, because I don't know. I mean, I'm not even loyal to me, so I don't even know what I'm gonna be loyal to. I can only be loyal to my higher power. But I think love can kill and conquer everything. You know what I'm saying? Even if somebody do anything wrong to harm you or whatever, being loyal to somebody, I think I look at that as like what sick gang members and shit do.
You can be loyal to a fault.
Yeah, you can be, but loyal to what?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Loyal to what and who? What would you be loyal to other than your love for something? You know what I'm saying? If I love something, I'm loyal to me and what's inside of me. I couldn't be loyal to a person or thing, something that I could touch or something that's replaceable. I don't feel like there's such thing as loyalty. I can be loyal to me, because at the end of the day, that's when I came by myself, and then you know the rest.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? All our graves the same size, so we're gonna be loyal to the next thing or person for. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Now I can show all the love in the world, but I can't give no loyalty up. I think that's something nobody should ask anybody for, is to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? Other than my children, you know what I'm saying? And they only got so far to go. Right. They only get so much. You know what I'm saying? But that, I think love comes before all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Ha! I win. I win. Baby Drew said love. I win. Come on, man. Let me get this Ricardo real quick.
No.
Hey, this motherfucker Ricardo,
right
I'm gonna
or
drink
wrong
like a
answer.
boss.
Yeah, we just ask everybody, but these two be advocating for love. You know what I mean? And a lot of people pick loyalty off top.
Everybody pick loyalty.
Drew, your explanation was perfect. You know what I'm saying? That explanation was right on point. You know what I mean? So I appreciate you coming through and chopping it with me, big homie, man.
Thank you for having me.
You know what I mean?
Like I said, then the verses, we expect to see everybody there.
This Saturday,
everybody be there.
Kiss Ultra Lounge starting at 8 p.m. The verses, Cuckoo Cow, Baby Drew, the DRE.
I mean, one of the biggest musical sports events that
with
you'll
more
ever want to
special
see.
guests. Ain't no telling who gonna pop up on that motherfucker.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a movie for real.
Yeah,
so.
it's an event. You know, it's gonna be great. Like I said, I want to see all of my treat to see all. I want to see who's gonna be in the chairs. I want to see what superstar is gonna be looking at me.
Yeah, yes, sir. That's what the fuck we talking about. They said Steve-O keep adding names, right? Yeah, so ain't no telling who gonna be in the building. Y'all know how Steve-O work. I'll be in the building. I'm gonna try to go live from our YouTube channel.
I love my audience, man. I love my audience.
Don't quote me on that, because if I get too lit, I ain't doing shit from my phone. But
that would give me
we got the setup for it, y'all. It just depends on if I'm bullshitting or not. So
right.
As of now, we gonna go live from the YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? At the event though. But shout out Steve-O, shout out Ricardo Amor. Shout out to y'all for tuning in to this episode. Shout out to the big homie Drew.
Shout out to Cuckoo Cow, DRE, and any and everybody else that's going to be a part of this. Once again, the rematch, the verses, the whole Milwaukee will be together that night.
Kiss Ultra Lounge this Saturday.
Yeah, thank you, Robin. Thank you, Robin.
Is it verses
Please
or
subscribe.
verses? Like verses, like
it's
verses.
Oh, yeah, verses, like verses.
Yeah, like both. Like it's a
double
entendre.
Yeah. Oh, it's verses like verses.
Yeah,
not
verses and verses.
Like verses, like video game verses.
Yeah.
Oh, verses.
So our verses.
Yeah. Oh no, I get it. I'm just fucking.
Yeah, I know you do. Yeah, that's what.
Well, come here to verses at the verses.
She might have already did. You might have, Robin. I don't know, but double check. It ain't gonna hurt you. But yeah, on that note, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to this episode. Like I said, go to that YouTube page and smash that subscribe button for me, please. And we'll see y'all on Tuesday. I'm out. Peace.
That's a wrap. I know you